And I got this stupid clanking noise in the back. Sounds like another sticky hinge somewhere. Oh, I'm getting creaking too. Squeaky, squeaky. Hey folks. Sorry I haven't had a video out for a little while. I kind of got stuck on this one. I reached the subject area. I can't really pass because anything after this probably wouldn't make sense if you happen to notice a change. So I kind of had to do this. Problem is I had to come out to the garage here and make a video. That's where the problem came in, finding the time to actually do that. If I'm looking kind of weird at the camera right now, my eyes are super blurry. I just got up and I haven't had really time to wake up yet. But on my channel, I show you what I do, things I do, modifications that I've made to the monster, and just general maintenance and different things like that. I don't always endorse what I do. In fact, there are times when I tell you not to do things. Like, for example, how to wheel a mobility scooter. I mentioned a few things that can go wrong, and I showed how it did go wrong. The seat frame braking wasn't totally completely because of that, but that kind of gave it the final push to actually brake. So there are things that I recommend you not do. And apparently I found another one. This battery rack here. I had this put on the scooter specifically so I could put the second set of batteries on. So I have that extra energy that I could travel out to the conservation area. Well, it turns out that wasn't a good idea. It worked. There's a problem with that though. One of my videos, not that far back, where I was going down floodplain, and I pointed out that you can't see the control panel in the video anymore, because normally the camera's pointed forward and downward a little bit, so you can see where my head's pointing, and that was the whole idea of it. But for some reason, the camera wasn't pointing downwards anymore, and on this particular day, the day that this video, not this particular video, but this subject came up, I decided I was going to switch to the external batteries and start using them for a while, and give the monster's internal batteries a bit of a break. Well, when I went to do that, I noticed something, and fortunately I have to make this video now because I did make a video on that day. It went poof. I don't know where it is. I can't find it, but I know I did make it. And I'm finding that a lot lately. I'm finding a lot of videos that I know I have that just don't exist anymore. So somehow, I'm not sure how some things got deleted, or maybe I put the actual video files in the wrong folder or something. I don't know. But I can't find anything. So basically what happened is I come up to the side here. Take the cover off the batteries. I noticed the seat, the headrest on the seat is normally just about against, it's like a couple inches away from the roll bar. And that particular day I noticed the roll bar was actually kind of leaning backwards a bit. So I'm thinking, well, that doesn't look good. Well, it turns out the frame was cracking. Actual weld that holds everything together was tearing, and it's completely broken now. That's why I have these ropes on here. It's just keeping the roll bar from falling back, because if it falls back, all these plastic panels here will just rip apart. If you see what I do, as I move it, it kind of stretches everything. So, and I'm doing this now because I've lubricated the crap out of all my hinges. I can't figure out where that creaking's coming from. So I'm thinking it might be top of the spring, which does happen once in a while. So unfortunately I can't just open it up and lubricate that at will, because there's a process I have to do now that the frame is broken. And I will show you why the frame broke. I'll explain why it broke, but I'll show you why what caused it, I guess you could say. So all this extra weight back here was putting stress on the inside. Excuse me, I had no idea. And I'm pretty sure with the roll bar extension on the top, there's extra leverage moving the frame around in that. So everything probably just kind of added to it. So in order for me to open this up now, I have a bunch of things I have to do first. First thing I have to do, make sure you can actually see that. Now, the first thing I have to do is put the jack underneath the trailer hitch, and that will hold the roll bar up and keep it from falling backwards. Very important. Now I don't have to actually lift the monster, I just put some upward force on it, and the reason for that is because it loosens these and makes it easier for me to untie the nuts, which is step 2. And now that is done, I have to take this big honking heavy seat off again. Squish it in here. That's my least favorite thing to do with the monster. Oh. Now I can take the cover off. Ow. Someday, I hope to finish the cover for the front of this. I still have it. It's sitting in the trailer with all the garbage. But I don't know, somehow I have a feeling it's never going to get fixed or finished. And the problem is I have to fix this thing so often that when it's actually working, I tend to just drive it and not actually do anything to it. So okay, I think I'll give you a close-up here. First thing you're going to notice, power supply, lots of dust. I'll clean that out one of these days. So originally, I had these steel things, well, one, it didn't actually do anything, so I didn't bother putting the second one on. But that was to help hold the frame up. This power supply is for, I will show you, new addition I have here. I have a permanent strobe light on the back of the monster now. That's what this is powering, because I need 12 volts for it, and my camera's power supply is still running off the battery, but eventually I'll put it on here because I have plans for putting stuff up here yet. Yeah, eventually. Oh, never mind. That's this one. This one's 5 volt, and the camera's run on 5 volts, so this one's not being used yet, and it will eventually be used for the camera's power supply. And they just run straight off to 24 volts. This is 24 to 12, and this one's 24 to 5. So that's my future plans. And what's going to get done and what's not, I don't know. So here is the top of the spring. And the one thing I'm going to say right off the bat is if you ever take this apart, check this plug. And look to see if it's melted. And you'll see in an upcoming video why. But if you have a Heartway scooter, it's important to keep an eye on that plug because it will melt. And I've had to replace that, and you will see why. That is actually part of the next breakdown that's coming. That's part of it, a big part of it, but I don't know that for a while. So the top of the spring is right here, and right in here. I can do this. Tripod legs catching on everything. You can see, possibly, that the frame is broken right there, right at that weld. So what's happening here is this roll bar, all these bars at the back here are connected on each side to the hinge, and they come inside here, and everything comes to this point. So all the force, lateral force moving forward and backwards is all concentrated on this one point. And that's where it broke. Surprise, surprise. So at some point I get that welded, but I gotta take everything apart, and I don't want to do that. The biggest issue I had was with this moving back and forth, all these wires were all zip tied really tight together, and it was kind of stretching everything. It was putting stress on the plugs here, so I just kind of cut all the zip ties so everything just kind of hangs free now. So it just kind of allows for a movement, because when they design these things, they only give just enough wiring to reach, and that's about it. You know, they don't give any extra. So I kind of allowed for that a little bit. So right now my goal is to lubricate that little joint right there. Because like I say, I flooded all my other hinges with WD-40. It's the thinnest that I have right now, and it's not making any difference. So hopefully that's the culprit. Like I say, it has been in the past. So hopefully that's what it is this time. Do the best I can from what I can see. As you can see, I've been getting a lot of flat tires lately. It's really getting to be a pain. But I do have new back tires coming. These are worn down pretty good. They're getting pretty thin. I'm getting like flat tires from Staples now. So hopefully get them soon. Let me get the wire over here. And my fender brackets are broken again. So hopefully this week I can get that taken off. And there is a welder here in town. He charges $80 an hour. He doesn't just give me a price like the place in Hanover did. So he's going to charge by the hour. He's going to go by the buck. So I don't know how much that's going to cost me to get fixed, but he's going to take it all off, so it's just bare metal for him. and I'll take the good one in and show them what it's supposed to look like. But I don't want to take it off now. I thought about doing that while I was making this video, but problem is it might rain this weekend, and I'd kind of like to have that protection on there. So maybe Monday when I go out I'll do that, and I'll take it in right away. I don't know. There's just so much to do and so little time. Because I get stuff in the house that I have to do as well. I get other projects out here, non-monster projects. My goal of getting the monster running, I don't even remember when I got it going. But once I got it going, I was supposed to start working on this, because it's got a few problems that I got to work on, so that when this doesn't work, this will. Well, now that this is working, this is getting neglected, which is typical. Because like I say, once this works, I just drive it. You know, I don't do anything else. I just enjoy that it's actually working, because I get so sick and tired of working on it. Fixing things that don't need to be fixed. Oh yeah. This is the basket off the front of the monster. This is the bracket that holds it on. It's supposed to be like that. Or like that or something, I don't remember. But as you can see, it broke. It's metal, I don't know why it broke. There's never a lot of stress on it. I'm thinking vibrations or something. It's cheap steel that they use. So I gotta replace one of those coming at all. I'm getting too old to have these stupid problems. You know, I admit some things I kind of bring the problems on myself with the things that I do, but general things like that, that's not my fault. I didn't do that. That's just crazy. Not supposed to do that. Okay. And put everything back together. Aside from the rope stretching a little bit, this actually works. I haven't had a problem with it coming loose. And I've been doing this for a year now, so I've had lots of time to prove me wrong. This is too much work. That's too much work. So now I go for a drive and hope that squeak is gone for a couple weeks. He'll be back. That's it for now. So my suggestion is, if you're going to add a second set of batteries, make sure you're not putting undue stress on the frame. Yeah. If anything, make sure it's kind of balanced so it's not far away from wherever it's connected, to put that extra leverage on the joint. Something I didn't really pay attention to. Not like there was anywhere else I could really put anything anyways. So, not taking the battery tray off, it's staying here. It holds different things. So I have heavy stuff in my backpack. It sits on there and it's not putting stress on the backpack itself, which is kind of cool. And if I have anything big that won't fit on the floor or whatever, I can just push this over and I get bungee cords in here, strap everything down, everything's good. So, adding to the list of things that I recommend not doing, that is one. Don't put extra batteries or anything super heavy permanently on the back of the monster. It can't handle it.